previous play that ended the half. What an exciting play that was. Just give us a few minutes here. Let's talk about this second half coming up here, John.
Well, the statistics, we're going to take a look at the fumble right at the end of quarter number 2. We may have a technical challenge. Here we go. Well, we either have it or we don't.
We do. Okay, here we go. Ready? And roll. You got it now.
Here we go. Let's take a
All
look
right.
at that last play.
And Chris Smith fumbles it there. It's ripped out by the D lineman, and he picks it up, and he runs, and he just couldn't find the end zone. A great tackle made there by L.A. Harbor at the end. Just phenomenal tackle.
They were blocking everybody in front. They forgot the guy behind. Half number 1, a reversal of what we might expect. Golden West College ran for 121 yards, but only threw for 68. Harbor College threw for 64, but only ran for 26, and they are a running team. We expect things to fall into place during the second half. Harbor is lined up to kick off the ball from south to north, and Golden West lines up to return the football. Half number 2 about to begin. Quarterback Huizar, the best quarterback percentage-wise in Southern California, only 4 for 10 in half number 1.
Golden West returns the kickoff, and he'll be stopped a little bit ahead of the 30-yard line. And John, what do you do here if you're Golden West? Do you continue with the ground game, or do you start to air it out, start testing that defense's legs?
I'd come out on the first play and run a play-action pass. They've had very good success running the ball, one step away from breaking the ball several times. Harbor certainly worked on that defensively at halftime. So you try to set them up and get something quick.
And Huizar, first play, scrambles to his outside and throws right. Tapped receiver there.
That was catchable.
Ryan Watson there with the drop.
Golden West is going to need to complete those balls. That was a catchable ball on first down, play action pass. Just what I would have anticipated. Now they're in a long yardage situation, 2nd and 10.
And Golden
ball
West
on the 34-yard line.
Golden West likes to pick up those little quick passes as if they were runs, John. We've seen that in the past.
Short pass, long run. That's the quickest way to get the ball to the end zone.
Huizar under center against single back. Motion, receiver to the right. Huizar drops back, steps up, looks right over the top, and it's a caught but dropped, but batted away, excuse me. Great job by the defense there.
Would have been an amazing catch. Unfortunately, ball falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Alex Taylor there with the vertical route. Had it in his hand, but was just batted down by the L.A. Harbor defense.
Several times this year, that ball has been caught. Golden West a little bit off the mark tonight so far. We'll see if things pick up here in the second half.
Huizar under center, single back.
3rd down 10.
Drops back. Huizar looking right, goes right, and a ball is incomplete, just underthrown.
He's pleading, but the official was right there, calls it incomplete. So Golden West 3 and out on their first possession
that
here in the
was
3rd quarter.
To Andrew Williams. And a quick 3 and out here, John.
Yeah, not much time. 23 seconds has run off the clock in this quarter, and Golden West lines up to punt, something they have not done. They averaged under 30 yards a punt on their 2 punts in the first half. A little bit better, but caught on the run.
And a great tackle by the Golden West special teams.
That was a little better, but Harbor still starts out with very good field position. That tackle made by Ben Chappelle from Westminster High School, Westminster, California. Harbor College first down, coming out Ball on the 42-yard line.
LA Harbor comes out here in the same formation they had in the first half. Shotgun.
Harbor's defense are 4 down linemen.
Hand off to the right. Looks like Williams.
Well tackled.
Gain of a couple there.
Well tackled by number 20, a Harbor player down on the ground. Tackle made by Rob Vanderripe from Cypress High School, Cypress, California. Harbor player down on the field at about the 43-yard line.
I just wanted to make a correction. That was Dion Willis with the carry. I said Williams.
Number 86 for Harbor College, Jacob Avery. Harbor College with the ball, 2nd down and 9. Ball on the 43-yard line. Beautiful background music to accompany the ball game.
Shotgun, drops back, fakes the pitch, keeps it himself and goes to the strong side.
Now this
challenges the corner.
This is quarterback is number 3 and he's a left-hander, and we do not have a number 3. Do not have a number 3 on the program for Harbor, so he will remain a mystery man. He's the left-hander that comes in every now and then and tends to roll out and throw the ball.
Well, John, that's Chris Smith, number 3.
You have okay, you've got the corrections I don't have. Okay. Chris Smith is the backup quarterback. And there comes Harbor running the ball. That's what they're known for doing.
Oh, Chris Smith is the
He's a starter?
Yes,
okay.
sir. First down there for LA Harbor. They'll get things going.
And now they're doing what they, on paper, that says they do, running the football.
And again, a handoff. And he's got room to the right. And Willis just takes a lick.
The fans want a horse collar call, but the officials either didn't see it or didn't think it was. Nevertheless, Harbor College makes a good gain for a first down. The referee is signaling horse collar, so it was called. Perhaps there's a flag on the field we couldn't see, but that's good. Yeah, there is a flag. The side judge just picked it up. And Harbor is moving right down the field. Here in a minute and a half, they have gotten inside the 20-yard line, down to about the 16. 1st and 10, Harbor College.
Harbor moving down really quick on this drive here, John. Running play again for Willis. Picks up a few more.
Good gain on 1st down.
Smith keeps it. Golden West does a great job on bringing him down there.
Going to be 3rd.
And LA Harbor now featuring, the feature back right now is Jerron Adams. We've been seeing a lot of Theron West earlier in the first half, so they're featuring another back here to get things going, maybe giving West a bit of a break. Smith again in shotgun. Keeper, quarterback keeper.
He almost pops through. It looks like he might have made a first down.
And this quarterback does not shy away from contact. It's very rare that you see quarterbacks that are willing to take contact after contact.
And he's much more effective running the ball. His passing game has been suspect, but he does move the ball down the field. 1st down and goal to go from the 4-yard line for Harbor College.
Now Dion Willis, the back and with Smith back there. And again, he keeps it. Chris Smith keeps it. And we'll see where
Very
they
close
mark
to the
him.
goal line. Looks like they're going to mark him right at the goal line.
Looks like he's at about the 1.
Second down. Well, so far this third quarter has belonged to Harbor College.
And they
Golden West went 3 and out. Harbor moved the ball right up the field.
now they're in a shotgun set again. And a handoff. And a fake.
Smith keeps it and gets
Keeps it.
stopped.
And Chris Smith fakes me out and keeps it.
Well, he has the option of pulling it out or handing it off. That time he decided to keep it himself, and it's thrown for a bit of a loss. It's going to be 3rd and about 2.
Golden West has played excellent defense, and up to this point, this is the most they've given up in yardage-wise, so we'll see what they do here on this crucial play. Another handoff, and that time he's in. And that's Dion Willis with the touchdown.
Yep. That was a hard 2 yards, but he made it look easy. Harbor comes back within a point. 10 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. We're going to have ourselves a new ball game.
And immediately what we thought LA Harbor would do in the first half, they do in the second half. They come out here, run, and they just march down the field with no problems at all, John.
And the Rustlers gave them a short field to work with. And Harbor can run the football. We've known that from their stats. They just proved it on that drive.
Now, could it be a bit of fatigue from the Golden West D-line now? Were they trying a little too much in the first half?
Shouldn't be the first series of the second half. Maybe by the fourth quarter.
The field goal is good there.
Extra point good. Game tied. 7-7. Quarter number 3. 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Harbor be kicking off to Golden West. And let's see if the Rustlers can get something going. On that drive, Harbor played like Harbor. They ran the football. Golden West now needs to play like Golden West. Get quarterback Huizar back on the passing game. It could be the level of competition, but Golden West has not looked as good and as crisp tonight as they have in other contests. Harbor is known as a very physical team, and it could be that the Rustlers are having a little time adjusting to the bigger, more aggressive athlete. Nevertheless, Harbor lines up to kick off from the 30-yard line. Golden West ready to receive. And here we go. Taken on about the 6-yard line, coming out. There's going to be a flag, and it's probably a hold. It usually is. There's another one. It's gotten to the place in football where on any kickoff or punt you expect flags. There's always late hits or high hits. Let's see what the referee calls. Officials gathering in the middle of the field. The referee signals. What are we going to get? Unnecessary roughness, chop block on Golden West. Chop block, that's where you block below the knees.
And that'll back them up to where they don't
15-yard
want to be.
penalty. And the Rustlers start deep in their own territory. 1st and 10 from about the 13-yard line coming out. Golden West could use a nice drive, something they really haven't done tonight, with the exception of the one long breakaway. Not much offense from the Rustlers.
Huizar with the handoff. Pierre will be brought down, and we see a flag thrown. Plenty of those tonight, John.
Yeah, I told the officials we'd give them copies of the game, but if they keep throwing the flags, I'm going to change my mind. I think they picked up the flag, and it's second down. They've got fourth on the marker. Second down and about 8, so that was a short gain. Good place to be careful with the ball. You don't want to turn it over down here.
Golden West showing their power I formation. See what Wazar pulls here. Wazar quick out to his wide receiver. A few yards.
A good gain will make the first down. And in other ball games this year, the other 4 ball games, they've thrown that pass probably at least a half a dozen times in each game. That's, I believe, only the second or third time we've seen it tonight.
Now Golden
first
West.
down.
Now Golden West showing some passing, not just running there, John.
And it's first down coming out. Ball on about the 27-yard line.
Wazar in I formation. Drops back, handoff to Pierre. Pierre keeps moving his feet.
And he's getting stopped by that one guy. And we've been saying it since the first half. If that one guy ever misses, he's off and running again.
Pierre will make people miss.
It's just a nice sustained drive, something Golden West hasn't been able to do tonight. Quarterback Huizar brings them together in the huddle. Calls a play that's been signaled in from the sidelines. 9 seconds left on the play clock.
High formation again. Another handoff to Pierre, and he's stuffed by the LA Harbor line.
Short gain brings up a third down and about 3. Every third down's an important third down. This is a very important one. Golden West needs to sustain a drive.
Well, Pierre's been picking up first downs for them, so we'll see what they go
Single
here.
running back remaining.
Single back. Wazar drops back, looks right. He bobbles it, and it's
Throws
a
the
big
interception.
interception.
Ball was thrown, bobbled, and intercepted by Harbor College.
And Wazar try to make something happen there, John, with a little quick pitch.
Very
but
often you shoot yourself when you do something like that, trying to make something up. Hate to take the loss, but you also hate to turn the ball over anywhere.
And linebacker Daniel Bird there making that big play for LA Harbor.
And Harbor, there is a flag down on the field. What are we getting called here? Unnecessary roughness against Harbor. Had to be something at the end of the play. But it is Harbor first down. Now they signaled it against Harbor, but they marched it off against Golden West. The referee and the umpire are working at cross purposes. They marked the penalty off against Golden West. Now they're going to correct it. Nevertheless, Harbor College takes over the ball after the tipped interception at the 39-yard line going in. I expect them to go right back to the well and run the football.
LA Harbor here in shotgun. 2 receivers to the right. Smith keeps it to the right, and he's brought down after a few gain there.
He's a single wing tailback when he does that. Reminds me of a young man named Billy Kilmer that used to play that position for UCLA and ended up playing with the San Francisco 49ers for many years as an old regular quarterback and shotgun tailback in the NFL. Billy Kilmer, Anaheim High School.
Chris Smith hands it off there.
And Harbor's going to come running now. That's what they do. They got the turnover deep in Golden West territory. I believe they're going to take the air out of the ball and just run it for a while. Their offensive line is a little larger than the Golden West defensive line, maybe an average of about 30 pounds a man. And I believe we're going to see them run the ball straight ahead an awfully lot.
Smith drops
So
back,
he
looks
passes.
left, goes left, over the top, open, receiver, touchdown on a simple vertical route.
Made it look easy.
That's the play you don't expect when you're running the ball that often, John.
Well, if everybody always did what we think they're going to do, it'd be a pretty dull game. Very well played by Harbor. They've been running the ball effectively this quarter. So they, second and short, they throw the play pass, and the receiver made a great adjustment to the ball when it was in the air. Ran under it.
Lonnie
took it in
Turner
for
with the
6.
catch there. Great touchdown by Lonnie Turner.
Turner showed good speed and good savvy running under that ball and taking it into the end zone. Harbor lines up for the PAT. And they now lead 14-7.
Well, we'll have the replay for you here, folks, as you can see. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. We'll have it for you in just a second.
We have a challenge in the truck. Coach Mitchell on the sideline talking to his troops.
And here we go with that pass. Smith looking over the top and just finds Turner there.
Right into
And the
no
safety
man's
was
land.
late. The safety was late getting there.
Right
Corner
into-
was
nobody
beaten.
there. Well conceived pass pattern. Harbor College takes the lead, 14-7.
And that's what happens when you keep running the ball. Those safeties tend to bite. They tend to cheat a little. Then you find that easy vertical route, and it's an automatic touchdown like that play.
Well
Kickoff.
kick to the
Golden West.
5-yard line.
Golden West breaks out, but there's flags.
There is a flag down, and it's almost always holding. One more flag, and that's it. The officials are not getting a DVD.
I can get.
Official signals holding on Golden West. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Golden West once again starts deep in their own territory. 1st and 10, third quarter. 6 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. Harbor 14, Golden West Rustlers 7. Here we go. Now Harbor's come out this half and run, and then pass for the touchdown. Let's see if Golden West comes back and goes to their passing game, which has been their bread and butter most of the year.
I formation. Handoff to Pierre. Pierre gets second opportunity and is
And
immediately brought down.
Got hit deep and couldn't break away. Held for a very short gain, if anything at all. Well, the yard is a short gain. 2nd and 9.
Number 7 is Michael Pierre.
Michael Pierre, a very good running back, was injured early in the season, but the last 3 weeks has come to play and has done a pretty good job.
A pitch to Pierre, finds the outside hole. Picks up a
Gets
few
turned
more yards.
upfield.
Cuts back.
It's going to be a little bit short. Going to be 3rd and about 2.
3rd and 9 very quickly. They got to that 3rd and 9.
3rd and short. All plays are important. This is one of the important ones.
Golden West, another handoff to Pierre, and it's stuffed, but a flag is thrown.
And that's going to be some activity going on there in the between the offensive and defensive right-hand side of the Golden West line. A flag came in. Let's see what the officials saw. Got holding on Golden West. Be an interesting call on Harbor's side. They decline it. It's going to bring up a 4th down. Golden West will be punting the ball. 4th and 2. Now, something we haven't seen much this year, Coach Nick Mitchell's trick book.
Yep.
I expect them to punt, but Coach Mitchell has a variety of plays.
I wouldn't be shocked if it was a short snap here. Oh. And it's kicked off by Cody Johnson.
Out of bounds, just across the 35 to the 37. And Harbor College starts with pretty good field position here in quarter number 3. 5 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. There's a penalty against Harbor College on the punt. The official signals offsides. That will give Golden West a 1st down. Offsides on a punt. Not the smartest play we've seen tonight. A very fortunate play for Golden West. They maintain possession of the ball. 1st down on the 43-yard line. We'll see if that has any bearing. That was an interesting play.
Huesar under center, I formation. Play action, steps up, gets away from the pressure. And Huesar still moving.
He's not the fastest guy on the field, but he can usually keep himself out of trouble.
Great job there, escaping away from the pressure that was coming upfield.
It's going to bring up a 2nd down. Short gain of about 4. Just inside of 5 minutes in quarter number 3. Rustlers trailing 14-7.
Formation, split formation for Huesar under center.
Tight end switches sides.
Pitch to Pierre. Pierre trying to find a hole, cuts back, and it's stuffed.
Met at the line of scrimmage. Good form tackle. Short loss. Harbor player getting a little assistance up. And limping off to the side. That was a very good tackle. Form tackle. Stopped the running back in his tracks. 3rd down. About 7 yards to go. Golden West calls timeout. 3 minutes, 56 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. Harbor College 14, Golden West 7. Well, Harbor's athleticism, I believe, is a factor in this game so far, and their penchant for 15-yard penalties in the past seems to be under control. They're playing a very disciplined game. They've taken away a lot of what the Rustlers like to do, and early in the game, the Rustlers moved the ball pretty effectively on the ground. It's gotten a little bit more difficult to do. Now, as we approach the 4th quarter, fatigue might become a factor. The Harbor College size could take its toll on the Golden West offensive and defensive lines.
Well, we saw Golden West get a lot of breaks in the first half. Now we're seeing things going LA Harbor's way, and they're capitalizing on any little mistake Golden West makes.
And the Rustlers, for the breaks that they got, still only got 1 touchdown, and that was on a long breakaway run.
Right.
Interceptions, fumble recoveries, and then that almost score just before the half. All of that adds up to no points on the board.
Huesar here showing shotgun for the first time this half. Drops back, looks middle, steps up, goes right. He's going to keep it, and he's brought down short of the 50-yard line. We'll see where they mark it.
Stopped right at the 50. The Harbor defenders are blanketing the Golden West receivers. Those pass patterns that usually bring somebody open in that intermediate area, they're just not breaking free tonight. Harbor College, a very talented football team, this game is a long ways from being over.
And Huizar just seems to be coming out of the pocket rather quick. So he's having to escape and throw on the run, which can be a difficult task, John.
Yeah, he has not been able to set and throw for most of the night.
And here's a fake, and Cody Johnson will keep it. But
That's
he's
Coach
stuffed.
Mitchell's trick book right there. Over the years, we've seen that work more times than not. This time, it was not.
We've seen that work. We've seen it work in the past. This time it failed. And let's take a look at Cody Johnson there on that fake attempt. You'll see him try to go up, but he's stuffed. And LA Harbor's just not biting on that.
I spoke to Coach Mitchell a week ago about his fake punt play, and the blocking back has the option of calling that play off if he doesn't think it's open. This week he thought it was open, and Harbor stopped it. First down.
Chris Smith drops back, looks over the top. He has a man, and it's overthrown.
Harbor thinks they found something, and had that ball shown a little bit better, they have. Incomplete. Second down. Ball is on the 48-yard line, going in for Harbor College. Just over the 50-yard line. 2nd and 10.
And that attempt was to Delvin Purvis, who was out there all alone, just a bit overthrown. Smith again in shotgun. Hand off to the right, and he's loose. And he has some room to the right, and he's still moving, and he's knocked out near the 30-yard line.
Running of the ball, about a 20-yard gain. Harbor College beginning to have their way with the Rustlers.
That's Jerron Adams with the carry there. So LA Harbor doing a great job of switching up backs, mixing up backs around, and they got things
down,
going
Harbor
with
College.
different backs.
First down, ball on the 31-yard line.
LA Harbor shotgun, drops back, looks middle, steps up. Chris Smith steps
Hold
up,
on.
and
Oh,
he's
my
loose to the
goodness.
right, and he's got some room, and he's moving up to the 20-yard line.
Harbor's thrown for a loss. Quarterback won't go down, breaks the tackle, and picks up about 15 yards for another first down.
And we'll see that big gain by Chris Smith there. It just escapes from the D lineman. He's able to make his way all the way to the 20 there. Amazing talent.
Has him wrapped up. Can't put him away. First down, 20-yard line, going in.
Chris Smith, a handoff.
Hang on. There you go.
And it's stuffed. Nowhere to go for Jerron Adams.
That'll make the coach a little bit happier. You're supposed to tackle those people when you get a hold of them.
John, we haven't seen much of Theron West, who's their feature back, who's had all those yards in the past games.
Well, injuries are always a factor. We didn't get any information, but have this much of the ball game, something has taken place with that young man. An injury, maybe a discipline problem. We don't get that kind of information. Timeout. Golden West. Coach Mitchell wants to talk to his troops. That would be an interesting conversation to listen to. Coach Mitchell is involved with every aspect of the game. He has a particular interest on the defensive side of the ball, and in fact coaches the defensive secondary. Many head coaches don't have a specific position responsibility. They're responsible for everything. Coach Mitchell likes to be hands-on, and he works with the defensive secondary and puts a lot of his own focus into the defensive side of the ball. And tonight, the Rustlers have a real challenge. LA Harbor, a very talented offensive and defensive team, but their offensive athletes have shown the ability to move the ball. Here we go. It's second down and 12, a minute 46 remaining in quarter number 3. And this quarter has belonged to the Harbor.
LA Harbor in shotgun. One back. Smith with the screen pass and finds Jerron Williams, and he's open and he's marked at the 1.
Mark him at the 1. Very well conceived play. Screen is usually a do or die play. Harbor faked the running play. Golden West took the bite, and the screen put the ball on the 1 yard line. Harbor College going in.
Jerron Adams with that great quick little catch. Jerron Adams will get it again and see if he's in here. And they're calling it a touchdown, John, by Jerron Adams. This Jerron Adams with no carries in the first half comes out the second half and just is tearing apart the Golden West D-line all by himself pretty much. And opening things up for the wide receivers, John.
Yes, Harbor's shown the ability to move the football on the ground, as they're noted for, and in the air. The third quarter has belonged to Harbor College. A minute 20 remaining, and they're about ready to try for their 21st point in this quarter. The Rustlers need to come alive.
Plenty of time here, John. Still minute 20 left in the third, and then you still have a whole nother quarter to go. So Golden West has been known for coming back. I believe they need to start spreading the field. Enough of the running. LA Harbor's not biting. And just try to pick apart those one-on-one matchups.
Well, in each of the kickoffs, Golden West has added an additional 15-yard penalty on and started with very bad field position. They need to move the ball up the field and shorten the field once they get their offense moving. When I spoke with Coach Mitchell on Wednesday and asked him about the health of the squad, he said they really could use a bye week this week. They're a little bit beat up. Their bye week, unfortunately, is next week, and they have contacted tonight a Harbor College squad that just seems to be a little bit peppier, a little bit faster, and we'll see how this quarter ends up and the fourth quarter goes.
LA Harbor
High
kicks
short
off.
kick.
Golden West will take it past the 30, and he'll be brought down near the 40. So good field position here for Golden West.
And
John.
I don't see any flags, which is a good omen. Number 30 for Golden West gets up limping. The closer he gets to the sideline, the less he limps. Number 30 is Dylan Conley Garcia from Fountain Valley High School. Golden West ball, 43-yard line, 1st and 10, coming out. Quarterback Weezar under center.
Golden West showing a single back, 3 wide receivers to the strong side, and a run to Pierre.
Short gain.
Short game, Pierre upset with himself.
Every good running back thinks every time they touch the ball, they can go all the way. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Golden West again with a single back. I'd expect them to start showing some shotgun here, but they don't. Pressure up the edges. Weezar looking, Weezar escaping, and it looks like he's brought down a little past the 40. Tremendous job by LA Harbor again getting to Weezar. Why are we not seeing an empty set or a shotgun set with the running back helping out the offensive line, John?
Well, Golden West is searching for something.
And let's take a look at Weezar here. He just doesn't really have all that much time. The defense is coming up field quickly, and Weezar's brought down immediately.
We have the end of the quarter. Quarter number 3 comes to an end with Harbor College leading Golden West 21-7. The teams change ends of the field. Coach Mitchell brings the troops over.
And let's go down to Mario Poblete to give us our wrap-up of that quarter. Mario?
Outstanding game for LA Harbor so far this quarter. They run the ball pretty well in this quarter, scoring 3 touchdowns. Unfortunately for Golden West, they need to stop the running game to step back in the game. Now their passing game is starting very bad with Houston not able to complete anything. Let's see what happened in the fourth quarter. John, Victor.
Thank you, Mario. Whoa, what a half it's been, John. Incredible turnaround for LA Harbor, making all those mistakes in the first half, and now they just seem to be running, passing, doing whatever they want to Golden West. Hopefully the wrestlers can bounce back here, but they've got 1 quarter to get things figured out.
And Coach Mitchell and his staff are very well known for making
Now,
critical
Huizar-
adjustments.
Huizar with the underneath pass, quick little run, and finds wide
Close to a
receiver.
first down, number 3.
Malcolm Manuel, the little guy with the quick speed. And that time, John, they do come out in an empty back. That's what we've been calling for, so it's kind of shocking that they do that now. Let's take a look at that play. That was caught by Malcolm Manuel, excuse me. It was just a tremendous run, a little underneath route, and he seems to find the hole. Huizar hands off
Another
there.
good gain on first down.
Another nice game by Pierre.
As I was saying before, Nick Mitchell and his staff are well known for making adjustments at halftime and taking over second halves of football games. The Harbor staff made some adjustments. The third quarter belonged to Harbor. Let's see what happens the rest of the way.
And Pierre's been carrying this team on their back. So we got to get that offensive line to start helping them out just a little bit more. Play action, and Huizar is stuffed over the top. The defensive back just flies out of nowhere, and Huizar doesn't know what to do but go down, John.
What an athletic move.
Let's see if we can take a look at that amazing play. Here we have
Kendrick
the
Warren,
replay. Huizar
Dominguez High
dropping back,
School.
play action, and the defender just leaps over Pierre.
Very athletic move.
And Pierre just was shocked that the defender leaped right over and made that tremendous sack.
And they reward him by taking him out of the game.
Huizar here, an empty set now. And if Huizar, the ball snap is fumbled and Huizar is sacked immediately. Huizar luckily able to recover that.
There was a bonehead play on the
flag.
part of a Harbor player. Came up behind a Golden West player and pushed him right in front of the referee. Looks like number 99. That was not a Phi Beta Kappa play. If that is number 99.
Well, we'll take a look at that bobble here. And Huizar just a poor snap by the center, and Huizar not able to do much with it.
What's the signal on sportsmanlike conduct? Harbor was very obvious. The very popular retaliation. I'm sure that the Golden West player delivered the first blow, then turned around, and the Harbor player pushed him right in front of the referee.
And a fortunate first down for Golden West. And here they hand off to Pierre again for a short gain. And that LA Harbor defense has just been relentless all night, just coming at Pierre after that first half.
Yeah, they're not getting any smaller.
And we saw those big boys down there. They are huge.
Short gain brings up second. And it says 8 on the scoreboard. Now it says 7. That's what it looks like. 2nd and 7. Important for Golden West to get something out of this.
2nd and 7, and Golden West, it wouldn't be a bad idea to try out the screen pass here because they've just been running it and running it. show something
They're
different.
bringing the
to
corner
LA.
again. There better be somebody to account for him.
And Wazar to a quick slant, out slant, finds his wide receiver. That's Malcolm Manuel again, who's second reception of this drive.
Getting a little momentum going now. You can sort of feel it. Momentum in a football game or in any game, but especially in football, has a tendency to ebb and flow. Golden West getting a little spring in their step now. They're down by 2 touchdowns. Harbor brings in the run stoppers in the middle.
Malcolm Manuel comes out and Andrew Williams will come in. And Wazar drops back, steps up, underneath pass to number 2. Andrew Williams cuts back and he's wrapped up by that defensive secondary who's been great all night.
Just a little drag pattern, bring the outside receiver across the middle, running against the flow or the grain. Makes a good gain. Now it's second down and about 2 to go. Ball close to the 15-yard line. Harbor makes adjustments in their linebacker core, a little bit to the outside.
Wazar drops back, looks underneath, finds a quick short pass.
Completes it to number 2. Gets it inside of the 10-yard line.
Andrew
Enough
Williams
for a
on the
first
catch
down.
there.
This is the first legitimate drive that Golden West has had all night. The touchdown was on a 75-yard breakaway. This is a legitimate drive, first down, inside of the 10.
They're spreading it here, John. They look like they're passing, so we'll see what they go with here. They do draw back with the pass. A slant route. Touchdown!
Made it look easy.
Ryan Watson with a great touchdown.
Ryan Watson got inside the cornerback and scores for the Rustlers.
Ryan Watson just beating the DB for the spacing there. And just an amazing touchdown. Golden West right back in this game, John.
First drive of the night for the Rustlers. Now they need to get a stop. They need to get
He'll
a stop.
go good.
And move back down the field.
Folks, we'll get to the replay of that great slant catch by Watson. See Wazar dropping back here, looks right and stays there. It's a great pass by Wazar to Watson.
Well, like
Terrific catch by Watson.
wide receiver got inside the cornerback and the cornerback could not close the gap. Now the Rustlers need to kick this ball deep and get a stop. There's plenty of time remaining, just under 11 minutes. But if Harbor can control the football like they did in the third quarter, Golden West will run out of time. The Rustlers need to get a stop, need to get a break, or it could be a long fourth quarter.
Well, Golden West has been getting breaks in the first half. They've gotten breaks in the third quarter, so what could happen? Hey, they'll take a break if they could get one. Why not?
Here we go. Golden West kicking off.
Danny Año with the kickoff.
High and short.
LA Harbor will take it from the 20. He'll spin, find some room near the 30, and he's brought down. They'll mark it around the 34 or so.
Pretty good field position for Harbor. Not exactly what you want when you're on defense. A lot of chipping going on the field. After every play, guys are looking at each other. I don't think they're making plans to go out for coffee after the game. Young men have a habit of running their mouths a little bit. Hopefully we'll keep everything under control. See if Harbor can control the ball again. First down, here we go.
LA Harbor spread out, shotgun formation. Smith drops back.
That was thrown behind the receiver.
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete, second down. Well, Harbor has mixed up the pass and the run, but in this half they have run the ball pretty effectively.
Sure have. Harbor in shotgun again. Snap to Smith, high snap, a little pitch,
A little shuttle play.
Picks up a few there.
That's called a shovel pass. It was introduced to football probably about 50 years ago at Santa Monica
Excuse
City
me,
College.
shovel. Replay.
The back
Now,
cuts in front of the quarterback
there's a
and he
little
just shovels
shovel
it
you're talking
underhanded. That's considered a forward pass, and it counts in the statistics as a forward pass.
Smith drops back,
That
looks
play has
left,
been in
goes left,
football a long time.
and fortunate.
Incomplete overthrow, and Harbor's going to be
Roth-
giving up the ball.
Rothman Thoza, the corner, was just there, and he wanted that one back. That could have been a easy 6 there, John.
Well, it goes down in the book as an incomplete pass. Harbor lines up to punt. I wouldn't expect anything but a punt in this situation. It's 4th and long, and they don't want to give up good field position. They're going to kick the football.
Now, high wobbly bounce. Oh,
don't-
no. And Golden
Don't mess
West
with the football.
scoops up the ball and bobbles it. Very fortunate.
Well, Golden West has it, but they have a lot of field in front of them. 9 minutes and 56 seconds, trailing by a touchdown.
Golden West needs to stop getting pretty on the special teams because one of those is going to cost them. They just need to take what they're getting right now. LA Arbor's punting them the ball. They need to just play the game the way it's been taught.
Here we go, first down, ball on the
Single back,
23-yard
Wazar
line.
under center.
They're bringing the corner.
Looks right. A bit overthrown. Receiver could not get there. Intended for Ryan Watson.
Quarterback Weezar has been completing well over 60% of his passes this season. Seems to be a little off the mark tonight.
Well,
Could
John,
have something to do with the opposition.
that or what you said earlier where they were running the ball successfully and he just,
maybe didn't
wasn't
get
in
into a
sync.
groove.
yeah.
Anyway, 2nd and 10, ball's still on the 23-yard line.
Staggered eye, Wazar under center. Scrolls to the right. Quick little out route. The defense meets him there. Gives him a dirty look.
I'm sure he didn't say ha-ha. That was well played defensively.
Eston Al with the tackle there.
Completed pass for no gain.
And football is a brutal, emotional game. Sometimes things do come out that you don't mean to say or do, but it's part of the game. Golden West showing shotgun here. 3 receivers. To the
Oh
left,
my.
And it's overthrown to Wazar, and Wazar does the smart thing and just falls on it.
As bad a play as that was, it was the right thing to do.
You can't do anything else but
Nope.
fall on it and recover it. We'll see the center here just snap it over
Just a
Wazar's
bad
head,
snap.
not expecting it. A crucial mistake by the center there, but you got to be fortunate that Wazar was able to fall on it, John.
Well, the center has had a 315-pound athlete across from him all night long, just beating his helmet like a tom-tom. You're bound to get a bad snap every now and then. Let's just not get one here.
Now there's a flag
What are they going to
thrown.
call? Too much time? Delay a game?
We'll
What's
see
the
what
call?
they call here.
Well, the umpire way back here in the defensive secondary threw the flag. Had to be delay a game. Just what Golden West needs. Be a little closer to the goal line on a punt.
They've already struggled with the punt game tonight, not getting much air on the ball.
Yes, and I would
We'll
love
see what
to see
Cody
this
Johnson does here.
beyond the 40, but I don't know.
Decent punt. We'll
That's
see
a
where
little
it bounces.
better. Yes. Oh, thank you.
Fortunate bounce
Thank
for
you.
Cody Johnson, and it'll go down to the 40. What a fortunate bounce for Cody Johnson, John.
I agree. That was That was a bounce that the Rustlers needed after a very unsuccessful series of 3 downs and a punt. They do finally get a break in the kicking game, a fortunate bounce.
That's
and
the
Harbor
best.
College takes over on the 39-yard line, leading 21-14, just under 8 minutes remaining in quarter number 4.
Harbor
Important series.
shotgun. LA Harbor with the handoff. And a loss of
helps.
yards.
That helps. James Williams, number 17, throws Harbor for a loss.
And we'll see the replay here. Jerron Adams is just met in the
Very well
backfield by
played.
that Golden West defense. Great job by Golden West there.
Second down, 15.
Shotgun, Smith looking left. Goes left, it's picked off by Golden West at a crucial moment. Picked off by number 38, Chris Fiskus, linebacker out of Marina High School right here from Huntington Beach. Let's see if we can get that replay, John.
The right man.
You got
Right man in
Smith
the right
looking
place.
right. It just keeps looking right and goes right, and that way the linebacker's not having any of it. He's sitting there and waiting in that zone and just picks
Right
it
now,
off.
it's been a while since the Rustlers got a break. That's a break that they made for themselves.
Break and
First
great
down,
field positioning.
40-yard line.
Wazar now motioning. Receiver goes back to his spot. Wazar drops back, looks right, feels the pressure, and is sacked right near the Pirates logo. This is LaBard Field, the home of Orange Coast College. Golden West College shares the stadium with Orange Coast College. Now it's 2nd and 17 to go. 6:42 left on the clock as the clock keeps ticking.
And Harbor College has some very excellent athletes on their squad.
Wazar an empty back. All vertical passes. Wazar steps up and is sacked. Immediately taken down. An amazing chest-like tackle.
And the Harbor Golden West player is down. Offensive lineman is down.
And Wazar just drops back and doesn't expect it. And Wazar's complaining to the ref that he got most of my face mask, and he's just saying, hey, where's the flag, ref?
Well, it looked like he was up high and got something. Helmet, face mask, shoulder pads.
I thought it was a shoulder pad on the original play, but now that we're taking a look at the replay, Wazar may have a case. It was sort of near the face mask area.
In the meantime, we have a Golden West player down. I cannot see the number.
Yeah, let's see if we can get the production truck to get us that replay again to see how close they were. All right, we're going to get a look here where Wazar waits for the snap. And the end just gets around. It's still
He
a little
was pretty high.
It's a little high. It's still a little fast. We'll see. Wazar definitely has a case. We're just
That's
very glad that he's not hurt.
56. Jake McDowell, 6'5", 285 from that program at Los Alamitos High School,
Very good
being
program.
assisted off the field. At the same time, it is 3rd down and 17 yards to go for the Rustlers, and they have made no progress forward.
3rd and 17 here, and they have to replace an offensive lineman. Hopefully they can sustain this pressure from the defensive line and linebacker core coming. The linebacker's coming up the middle. Wazar throws it underneath, and he finds a receiver, number 18, that will make his way. It leaps over. An amazing play. Leaps over the defender, and we'll see where they mark him.
He's
John.
going to be short of the first down,
He
but
may be short,
he's
but
gonna
that
get
was
a
great
10.
effort.
he's going to get a 10
We're going to
for
have
that
to replay
dive.
this thing 2 or 3 times.
It would really be nice if we had that to replay. Take a look at this play right to the end.
And a beautiful underneath route by Ryan Watson. He's just going, and he's leaping over. This looks like a gymnastic move by Ryan Watson.
He got an almost 5 yards out of that leap.
What a tremendous effort by this kid.
Coach Mitchell's having a
They
conversation
should
with
just
the
give him the
officials.
first down for the effort.
I don't quite understand why Coach Mitchell's out on the field. I believe the officials
Let's
marked
take
the
a
ball
look at this
properly
play once
now.
again by Ryan Watson. This is just too good.
Harbor calls a timeout.
That's it. Here's Wazar, just a little
Watch where
quick
he
chuck,
lands.
and he
That's
finds the
important where they
underneath
put the
route
ball.
and is just going. And here you see him leap over. The defender's
where he
just
lands
trying to
is
go
where the ball
over his
goes.
legs.
He was on about the
Great
20,
replay truck.
32 or 33 yard line, and the officials settle on the 33, which is going to make it 4th and short. That's pretty athletic play.
Extremely athletic play.
Big play, 5 minutes and 39 seconds remaining. Golden West moving the ball. 4th down and 3.
Golden West will go for it here. Wazar scanning the field, scanning the defense. Audibling. Takes the snap, drops back, play action, steps up, thinks he has something, over the top. Oh, and it's batted down by the
I don't see a
defender at
flag.
the last second.
I don't see a flag. Goes down the book as an incomplete pass.
Amazing job by Darian Elliott there to just deflect the ball away, because that was up for grabs, John.
Yeah, that would have been a nice catch, but that's a one-man Hail Mary. Quarterback Huizar has been on the ground a lot tonight. He's maintained his composure. He was able to scramble, set up, and take a shot at the end zone. Incomplete pass. Harbor takes over.
Still got
1st and 10.
plenty of time to tie this game for
5
Golden
minutes
West.
and 32
Plenty of
seconds.
time.
They need to stop now. Harbor can eat up a lot of time.
LA Harbor with the snap. Smith will keep it, and he's almost
not
brought
down
down, and
yet.
he's still moving. He'll get past the 40.
How big is he?
He's a big boy.
6'1", 208, and a freshman. Pretty good football player. I don't think he will be recruited as a quarterback, because his throwing is not up to quarterback standards, I would say, but he will be recruited as an athlete. A good runner, effective runner, very strong,
Oh, you
and
can
he
always
can
work.
play other positions.
You can work on the mechanics. It just takes time. These kids are still young. I like his athleticism, and that's
Got a
one thing
flag
you have
down.
to have.
Well, he's run out of several tackles tonight.
I mean, 6'1", 208, that's pretty much a middle linebacker you're looking at, no matter whether it's at the junior college level or the NCAA level.
Well, he's only a freshman.
Sure
Very
we'll
good
see him
athlete.
for a while.
From Centennial High School in Compton.
The only thing that scares me is he rushes the ball way too much, John. I don't
be a quarterback,
to
I
be a
agree.
quarterback,
I agree.
I hate to say it, but those are injury-prone type players.
Well, he's a good athlete, and he makes things happen with the ball, and one person almost never stops him.
Smith keeps it again. That's nothing new for tonight. He picks up a couple there.
Very short gain. It's going to be 3rd down.
We could probably run replays over and over again instead of showing the actual play of Smith running the ball.
Coach is still signaling in the plays on the sideline. Harbor College is yet to get into a huddle tonight. They use the signals in from the sideline. Timeout is called by Golden West. I believe the Rustlers found themselves with too many players on the field. A lot better to take a timeout rather than to give up a 15-yard penalty. Well, the third quarter belonged to Harbor. The fourth quarter has belonged more to the Rustlers, but Harbor has the ball and the lead. So the Rustlers need a turnover. They've shown that they can move the ball. They've had a couple of effective drives. They've overcome a bit of adversity, but they still trail a very good Harbor team by a touchdown. And the band gets the crowd fired up. 3rd down and 5.
Plenty of time.
Ball in the 38.
Got to stop that run. Defender getting off the field before his
Harbor
old
College
man
in control
called.
of the ball.
LA Harbor, shotgun again.
Golden West is bringing 5 or 6 people.
They're bringing pressure. Smith drops back, thrown, and just dropped by Willis there.
That screen pass, very effective again. Thrown a little bit too high. Brings up a 4th down. And that ever-thrilling punting game comes into play again. Harbor will not do anything but punt the ball at this point. They're ahead by a touchdown. Golden West would love to get a good run back. We would like them to still have the ball at the end of the play. No fumbles, no mistakes.
Ryan Watson
Almost
ready to
a
receive
block.
the punt. And again, he's going to take it, and he's going backwards for some reason. I don't know why. The guy was near the 30-yard line, and now he's near the 20. There's a flag, which may be on Golden West for holding, so we'll see what happens.
Is it a flag, or are they marking where the ball was? Yeah, it's a flag. The side judge talking to the referee.
And Ryan Watson will hear it from Nick Mitchell. On punts, you want to go north and south, not east to west.
Against Golden West. If it's from the spot of the foul, which is what it should be, the returner lost another 10 yards from there, but it's a 15-yard penalty. I think it's wonderful how we accompany the officials' penalties with that beautiful background music.
Indeed.
It's going to be Golden West ball after the march of 15 on the 22-yard line. And this is come to Jesus time. There's 3 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. Quarter number 4. Golden West needs to keep the ball and score.
And that's just a poor mistake by the Golden West punt return team, because they could have had that at least near the 30. You never know what happens when you have better field positioning.
It seems every year, in one way or another, the kicking game, offensively or defensively, is a challenge.
Yes.
We've said it
I
over and over.
I understand Watson is trying to make something happen, and I give him credit for that, but you never want to run backwards, especially as quick as this defense has been all night. Huesar under center. Huesar drops back in a shotgun. Gives an audible to Pierre. Blitz coming. Flag is thrown.
I believe a Harbor player may have jumped across, but we'll see. Maybe that's wishful thinking. Motion up. Unfortunately, I was wrong. Motion on GW. Makes it 1st and 15. We like a challenge. 1st and 15.
Well, I'm ready for overtime. I know our great crew and the truck doesn't want to see overtime, but it's okay. We can stay here late. I want to go overtime here.
Coach Carter's calling for overtime.
Huesar in shotgun.
2nd and 15.
Drops back, looks left. Goes over the middle, and a close play. A flag is thrown. We'll see if that's a pass interference there.
Yeah, well, that was a toss-up play, but that flag came from a long ways away.
Let's see if we can take a look at the replay to see if there was contact made with Dotson.
See what the referee calls.
We'll see Huizar here just dropping back, looking right, looking left.
Okay, what are they calling?
Then he finds
They're going
Dotson.
to call illegal use of hands on Harbor.
Legal use of hands.
It's not pass interference. It's illegal use of hands, which means
Well, at least it's a
in
first
some
down.
way he impeded the receiver before the ball got there.
At least it's a first down.
All right. 1st and 10, ball on the 32-yard line, 3 minutes and 30 seconds
Huizar in
remaining.
shotgun formation.
Golden West
Pierre on his
College
right.
coming out.
Blitz coming. Flag thrown. Place dead.
Quarterback Huizar has completed more passes to the head linesman than he has to his own receivers tonight.
Well, Huizar definitely
5 yards the other way.
not on his passing game today.
Golden West jumps off sides. 1st and 15. Ball on the 27-yard line. 3 minutes, 28 seconds remaining. Golden West trails 21-14. Here we go.
Huizar shotgun. Pierre to his left. Pierre looking to pick up the blitz. Huizar trying to find an escape route. Goes to his right. Throws it underneath, and it's caught somehow by number 8, Jared Cohen.
Good scramble. Huizar finally got away and found a receiver.
And that's one of the first times we've mentioned Jared Cohen. He's been one of his go-to guys. And there's a replay of that play. See how Huizar just drops back, looks around, shuffles around, and is able to escape and fight Cohen underneath. Great job by Cohen.
Not timeout.
Come back out.
All right, it's according to the chain, it's
Huizar
second
in
down and
shotgun,
about
drops
3.
back, looking right, throws right, and is batted down.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's about the 3rd time
Kendall
that
Warren bats
defensive
that
end,
down.
Kendrick Warren, 6'3", 221 from Dominguez High School in Compton. And if he were a receiver, he'd have taken that one to the end zone. Third down, that same 3 yards to go.
Huizar on shotgun. Here to his
Harbor's only
right.
bringing
Huizar
3.
looking left, goes left. They throw the flag. We're expecting a pass interference, John.
Yes, 2 flags came out. If I were Harbor, I'd begin to wonder if I were getting a little home cooking. The referee's given us a signal.
Pass interference.
Illegal use of hands against Harbor. That's a 15-yard penalty. And the Harbor fans are beginning to feel like they're being mistreated here at LaBarge Stadium. I'm not 100% sure I disagree with them.
Well, definitely Golden West has been getting breaks all night long, so hey, whatever keeps them in the game, right? Shotgun, Huizar, here to
Bring
his
in the
right,
middle
looking to
backer.
pick up the blitz. Underneath pass.
It's going to be close to the first down.
Looks to be Alex
gonna be
Taylor.
second
who's
and
been
short.
his go-to guy tonight.
The only thing that worries me on that quick out is the athleticism of these Harbor cornerbacks. All they have to do is step in front of that ball at the right time.
Huizar drops back, looks left, goes left over the top, overthrown a bit. John, what gets me is both of these quarterbacks tonight are looking left, going left, looking right, going right. It's like once in a while you might want to tell them to look left and go the other way because they've been getting picked off.
Well, that's one way to look at it, but Huizar hasn't had a whole lot of time to change his mind. This Harbor defense, although they've settled down to a 3-man rush now, and they're playing defense with 8 people.
The most success they've had is on those underneath routes, so why not keep going underneath if the blitz is getting there? Huizar looks deep over the top, and overthrown.
It was there.
Austin Dotson there just
It was there.
a bit late.
At that point, they really needed a first down. Of course, if you always did exactly what you need, then you wouldn't fool people. That was there. The receiver was there. The ball was thrown a little far. Coach Nick Mitchell is going for it.
And
No fake punt this time. We're just going to line up and play football. And
well,
Harbor still defending with only 3 people.
there looks
In
like
the
a pass.
defensive line, I think I'd run it.
I'd run it, but I need a fullback in there. I don't see one, so they're dropping back to pass. Out route, and it's batted down by the defense. Great job by LA Harbor there.
Well, you got to take those chances. That one could have gone either way. That defender, another couple of inches, he's in pickoff position. That turns the ball over to Harbor on the 45-yard line. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Harbor has 2 timeouts. Golden West has 1. Harbor's got to run the ball. They can't just sit on it now. They don't have enough time to run out the clock. I would not expect them to be throwing.
Oh, they're showing a heavy set gun, so they'll run it here. Fullback leads. And I believe that's Willis with the carry.
That will be a short gain on first down. Brings up second and about 7 for Harbor College. 1:45 and counting. Golden West only has 1. They have no timeouts left. So Harbor will now run the ball. 1 first down, and the game is over.
Now another handoff. Willis finds the guard on his right. Finds a hole, and that clock keeps ticking.
Another short gain.
And Golden West with no timeouts left. They had 1 remaining in the third quarter, so that wasn't exactly great for them.
The clock is not Coach Mitchell's friend right now.
Nine seconds left on the play clock. Smith.
That's 5 on somebody, and I believe it's Golden West.
Smith gets the defensive line to jump.
And that would be, if it's on Golden West, it's going to be very close to a first down. Then that will end the contest.
Looks to.
Show you that offside. Here we go in 3, 2.
We'll take a look at the replay here and see who it was on. Looks like the Golden West defender
doubt about
jumped
it.
over the center.
You know what? They called it on Harbor.
Maybe they saw some movement on the
Well,
offensive lineman.
The center sometimes flexes his hand.
Right.
If the officials see that. Obviously it was on Harbor, so they called it the way they saw it.
Fortunately, the clock stops for Golden West, and this could be huge. Another run to the weak side, and he's brought down immediately. We'll see how much time will be left at the end of this.
Well, depends on when they set the ball, if Harbor has to punt or not. They will have to snap the ball or take a penalty. And the game's not over till it's over, and there's 10 seconds left on the ball clock, on the game clock, 15 seconds left on the game clock. So Harbor
be
probably
marked
will
down to about the 10 or the 9 here.
Harbor will take a timeout with
10
a second to go. And then they'll line up and punt the ball.
And this situation, all that's left is a miracle play.
Well, I'm a firm believer, and it's not over till it's over, but it's pretty close to being over.
Absolutely.
10 seconds left on the clock. Harbor Harbor's going to punt the ball. Golden West is well, this is a game that could have gone either way. There's always those what ifs. You know, what if we score right at the end of the first half instead of being stopped on the 1 or 2 yard line? What if number 7 makes a couple more good runs, which he was very close to? Quarterback Huizar has his normal night, which he really hasn't. But some of that has to do with the opposition. Harbor College has a lot of very fine athletes on both sides of the ball in the skill positions and also in the down positions. Their offensive and defensive lines have done an excellent job, and they've got several people that can move the football up and down the field. Well, if you're a praying person, now's the time. 10 seconds on the clock.
Everybody's coming except punt returner, excuse me. A short punt, and actually it'll go out of bounds. I don't know why that happened.
That's not exactly what the coach wanted
No.
to have happen, although he probably didn't want it to be. I don't know. You don't tell him to kick the ball sideways.
There was 9 seconds on the clock. I don't know if that took all of those 5 or 6 seconds. We'll see if they add
Well,
any
it's
time, we'll
right
see.
now it says 4. That means 1 snap.
What snap?
And
Hail
here
Mary.
it's 1 or done.
Oh,
Well, since tomorrow is Sunday, and we will be saying a lot of Hail Marys tomorrow, and Harbor just took their last time out, and the coach is going to talk to their deep defenders about not letting anyone cross it. Do I think there'll be a Hail Mary pass? Hail Mary, I do. However, we shall see. Remember Doug Flutie, remember Boston College. My goodness, that was a long time ago. The chances of the Hail Mary being successful are equivalent in many cases to winning the California lottery. But just like winning the lottery, you can't win if you don't play.
all right. Oh,
What a lot of teams will do in a situation like this is throw a screen pass or run a draw and try to get people spread out. Harbor's going to try to defend 55 yards of football field. So that doesn't give, there's a lot of room between every player. And if you can get a good athlete running around, a lot of things can happen.
I would expect them to put in a taller wideout, but they're going with smaller guys here, and we'll see what Huizar doing. Drops back, looks around, underneath thrown to Cody Johnson, and he's brought down. The
Corkscrews
game's
him.
over, folks.
And the game is over.
Well, it was a good one. Hildy and John, want to thank our production crew, head of production, Warren Carter, for a great game. And let's see what Mario Pobletta's thoughts are down in the sidelines. Mario?
Outstanding game for LA Harbor. They were able to set out their running game in the second half. Golden wasn't able to stop it, but Golden West give it a 5. Hopefully next week will be better. John, Victor, back to you.
Thank you, Mario, for that report. Great job today. Well, John, an exciting game. Great first half for Golden West. Not so great in the second half. What do we look forward to next week?
Well, next week we get a week off.
Okay.
Golden West and many of the community colleges take next week off to prepare for the last 5 games of the season. Coach Mitchell told me last week on Wednesday his team really could use a week off this week. For the third quarter, I think they took that week off. That was really the quarter that made the difference in the ball game. Coach Mitchell has a squad that has performed at a very high level for much of the year, but being 2-3 is difficult.
Well, folks, thank you for joining us tonight. It was a great, exciting game. Unfortunately, Golden West came up short. We thank you for being with us. We hope to have you back. And we'll be back with Coach's interview, so stay tuned.
Go, John. Go.
Okay, Coach, they're giving us the go-ahead. Tough night, 21-14. That third quarter just seemed to be raining touchdowns. What's your evaluation of what happened tonight?
Well, I thought it was a tale of two halves, both offensively and defensively. You know, offensively, we couldn't get anything going the first half. Defensively, we shut them down. Well, offensively, they did have the big run, but after that, you know, we could not move the ball at all. Come out the second half, they start lighting us up on defense. We went, you know, they had us on our heels the whole time. Offense was able to move the ball a little bit better, but it's as bad as we've played all season long. It's what I told the guys. You know, and we talked about it on Tuesday with the team that we were a little worried about it. You know, you've had two very emotional losses 2 weeks ago against El Camino, last week at Fullerton. And, you know, we could be ready for, you know, a game where it was tough for us to show up. I didn't think it would happen. You're always worried that could happen. But we just, you know, I was very disappointed in, you know, offensively, we just didn't do things that we've been doing for the last 4 games against very good teams. We weren't doing it. Now, they did cause us some problems. We knew that they would cause some problems up front. And they played better than we did tonight.
Coming into the game, I figured it's a toss-up, looking at all the stats. A break here, break there. I think, you know, looking back, touchdown right at the end of the first half would have been a nice cushion. Didn't happen. Now you've got a week off, and you come back for the last half of your schedule. How do things look the last half?
We've got conference play that starts in 2 weeks. It's a Thursday night game against Santa Ana, so that'll be good. I mean, we can win all of the games. Without a doubt, the toughest one will be Riverside. I mean, they're maybe number 1 in Southern California right now, number 1, number 2. They're going to be very tough, and it's at Riverside. But if we play, John, like we did the first 4 games of the season, we can play with anybody and beat anybody. Now, against Riverside may need a play or two to go our way at the end, but the other schools are beatable schools. We need to go out and we need to execute. Harbor was a beatable school if we go out there and we execute, and we didn't do it tonight.
Well, the season's half over. You've given us lots of thrills. Couple of heartbreaks. I know you're going to get right back to work tonight and take that week of rest, get the boys ready, come back for the second half. Coach will be with you. Thank you and good luck.
Thanks, John.
Go ahead and close by yourself. Go ahead and close yourself.
Thank you.
All right, and go. Get them up.
All right, well, tough game for Golden West today. We'll see what happens next time. Mario, give us your thoughts on what happened today.
They couldn't stop the run, Victor, and that's the reason they lost today.
All right, well, John, how do you want to wrap things up? What do we expect for the future?
Well, we knew tonight was a toss-up game. 2 very well-balanced teams. Score was close. Third quarter belonged to Harbor, and that really made the difference in the outcome. Coach Mitchell was not pleased with his squad's effort tonight. He told me off camera that he was a little worried coming in. 2 tough losses coming into tonight, playing a very good Harbor football team. They needed a couple of good breaks. They didn't happen. Now we get a week off, come back against Santa Ana on a Thursday night. The rest of the schedule in conference play, winnable games. Riverside's tough. The other teams are going to show up. But all in all, I think Coach Mitchell would feel that his team should be 1 or 2 more wins at this point in time. Truth of the matter is we're 2-3. Going into a bye week, getting ready for conference. Getting healthy will be a good thing for Golden West.
Well, John, was a bunch Golden West couldn't capitalize on the breaks that they were given, and let's hope that they get things done in the future, and it's still a long season. So we thank you for being with us, and we hope to see you on our next broadcast. That's it from the sideline.